Welcome to another ABS online video. Let's go and find out what we're going to learn today. Hello guys, how are you this week? It's super scary week 12. Hold on, you spelt super wrong. And scary. That's wrong as well. Why have we done that? Well, it's a clue about what we are going to look at. Have a think. Do you remember? It's super scary. I think that's a big enough clue. We're going to be looking at deadly things, but not disasters. Is that another big clue for you? What are we going to look at? Snakes. I have to be honest, I quite like snakes. I don't really want to get very close to them, but they are really interesting animals. They can be deadly, yes. So that's why I don't really like getting very close to them. But they are really interesting. We are going to find out how deadly. We also have a little grammar. Hooray! Well, actually, we're not going to do much grammar. We're going to tell you about it, and then we're just going to put it into our video and see if you can find it. Here it is. It's called present perfect continuous. It's not too difficult, but it's really important. It's one of the verb tenses. Now, if you can get the verb tense correct when you are speaking and when you are writing, it makes your English so much clearer. So you don't have to use amazing words. And you don't really have to be super smart. But if you can get the verb tense correct, people just know exactly what you are talking about. It makes your English very, very clear and easy to understand. Last time we were talking about adverbs. They make our writing and our speaking a bit more exciting and fun. But a verb tense makes our speaking and writing correct and clear and easy to understand, which is really important. So, let's find out about present perfect continuous. We use this when something started in the past but continues up to the present. So maybe I started talking 10 minutes ago, but I'm still talking now. So it started in the past, but it's still happening now. Also, this is quite important because usually the amount of time something has been happening is important. So I said, I have been talking for 10 minutes. Well, that means I started 10 minutes ago. And I am still talking. Does someone wish that I would just shut up? Well, sorry guys, I'm going to keep talking. So, let's use it. Snakes have been appearing in art for 70,000 years. Let's say it again because this is a great sentence and it's got all the things we need. Snakes have been appearing in art for 70,000 years. Okay, so there's something that started in the past. It's still happening now. And we know how long it has been happening. 70,000 years. That's a long time. Here's another one. The snake has been waiting for its prey for 4 hours. So the snake, it's been waiting. So it started to wait and it is still waiting. And it's been waiting for 4 hours. So there we are. It's not too difficult. We've got 3 things to remember. In there we must have the word has or have. We said snakes have. And then we said the snake has. After that we need the word been. The snake has been. And then we need a verb with ing. The snake has been waiting. And we also put in a time period as well. Here we are. The snake has been waiting for its prey for 4 hours. So there are 3 things that are super important. The word has or have, plus been, plus the verb with ing. And then another important thing is the time period. But we don't really have to use it. It's just very, very helpful. So, not too difficult at all. So, let's start asking questions about snakes. Where do snakes live? Well, snakes have lived on most continents for millions of years. So, most continents. That's sort of nearly everywhere. They are reptiles, so can't live in the coldest places. They can live in places that get a little bit cool, but not super cold. So you do have a few snakes in England. And that's quite a cold place. But it's not super cold, like the Arctic. There are also many species of sea snake. Now these sea snakes usually live around coral reefs. So they're quite close to the coast. But they don't live on land. So that's quite a lot of the planet, isn't it? Most continents and also some of the sea. Where not to go. Right, if you want to try and stay away from the deadly snakes, where do you have to try and avoid? India. I love India. It's so big and beautiful. But India has reported over 60,000 deaths from snake bites over the last 5 years. Goodness me. That is... Can you do the math? That's more than 12,000 people every year. Oh, wow. That is pretty scary. But you need to take care in other places as well. Oh dear. Right, so what other places? Oh dear. I hope they don't say near my home. Other places? Oh dear. I'm getting a little bit scared now. The next two most dangerous areas are Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. So Southeast Asia is places like Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, and all the countries that surround those. Sub-Saharan Africa, well, the Sahara is a really big desert that goes across North Africa. So sub here means below. So the countries that are below the Sahara in Africa, they are dangerous as well. So we've got two areas there. They're very big areas. And these two areas account for almost half the global deaths each year. So, Southeast Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, and let's not forget India. They seem to be the areas that are the most dangerous. But there are lots of other places where snakes can hurt you. So these are just the areas where it's most dangerous. So, what are the numbers? How many? How many snakes? How many people? Numbers have always been disputed. That means people aren't really sure. Some scientists will say a really big number. Other scientists will say, no, it's much smaller than that. We can never really be sure. Well, and this is why. Many bites occur in rural areas, so may go unreported. So lots of people who live in farmland, or maybe close to or in jungle areas, they might get bitten by a snake and maybe die in their own homes. And so the doctors and the hospitals, they just never know about these people. So we can't get a very good number. So we've got two numbers here and they're quite far apart. The number could be anywhere between 81,000 and 140,000. Now that's people dying every year. So that's a lot of people. But we're never really sure about how many people. Look at that village there. Do you think they live very close to a hospital? No, certainly not. So if someone gets hurt in that small village, the doctors will probably never know, and never really know what killed the person. But 81,000, that's the smallest number. That's a lot of people. So how do they kill? There are two ways. They bite and they squeeze. They squeeze? That sounds very strange. A snake that squeezes? Oh. Here's a picture. Don't look too closely. It's a bit scary. Snakes that squeeze are called constrictors. That's a good word, isn't it? Let's say it again. Constrictors. If you constrict something, then you stop something from moving. You make the space smaller. This is good to hear. Constrictors killing humans is very rare. If you look at a snake, well, we are much bigger than most snakes. So there's no way that most snakes actually want to eat us. But if you're a smaller animal, this can be a big problem. So this constrictor here has got, what do you think? Is it a rabbit? And it's squeezing. It's constricting the blood and the oxygen in the animal. Most bite. Yes, they do. We've all heard about snake bites, haven't we? That's right. They inject poison. Now, what is a poison? Well, lots of things can be poison. A poison can be almost anything. So a poison is just something in your body that shouldn't be there and it hurts you. So if you eat enough chocolate can be a poison. You do have to eat a lot of it. I think if you eat 20 kilograms of poison, then it can actually be very, very bad for you. 20 kilograms is quite a lot though, isn't it? Don't try and eat 20 kilograms of chocolate. I don't think Mum and Dad would be very happy. So lots of things can be poison. Poisons can be very, very, very bad, or not really a problem. There are so many different venoms. Venom. What does that mean? Venom. It's a good word. I like saying it. Venom. Well, it's easy to explain. A venom is just another word for a poison. So the snakes have venom. So we could say they inject venom. What a great word. Most of them lead to cells breaking down, which in turn leads to internal bleeding. Let's have a think about that. So, if a snake bites you, it will inject venom into your body. This venom will break the cells in your body. So the cells just break down. And that means that inside your body, it will start to bleed. So blood is really great, but it's got to go to the right places. If your cells start breaking down, your blood will just go everywhere, and that is not good. In fact, it's really bad. So we know what bleeding is. If you cut your finger, the blood will come out, and you can put a bandage on it. But if the bleeding is internal, then you can't really put a bandage on that. So it's a big problem. Do you die quickly? Well, look at this snake. Now I want you to remember it, because this is one of the worst snakes in the world. It's called a black mamba. So, do you die quickly? Well, usually it is quite slow. If a man has been bitten by a black mamba, he has 20 minutes to live. Now that's just an average time. The thing about a black mamba is he will actually come and chase you. If you get too close to him, he's going to be very angry and he's going to run after you. Well, a snake doesn't run, does he? So, 20 minutes on average. But I'm guessing most of you are quite small, so you're going to have less than 20 minutes. It is incredibly painful, but it does give you a chance to get help. You have got maybe 20 minutes to get to the hospital, get to a doctor, and the doctor can try and help you. 20 minutes, not long. Which one is the deadliest? Well, that can be measured in two ways. The strongest poison and the most deaths. I don't know which one I want. They both lead to you dying. Well, we have been studying venom strength for many years. Oh, look at that sentence. Have been studying many years. Ta-da! That's one of our grammar sentences. We have been studying venom strength for many years. A single bite from an inland taipan could kill 130 people from just one bite. Whoa! That is super strong. But it lives in the middle of Australia. So it doesn't see many people. So it's got very, very, very strong venom, but it doesn't hurt many people. So stay away from the middle of Australia. What about number killed? Look at this sentence. Man has been recording these numbers for centuries. Great. Has been ing and a time period. Oh, super. The winner is the saw-scaled viper. 5,000 people die from its bite every year. Goodness me, that is just such a big number. Not only is its venom very strong, but it can be found in parts of India close to many people. Now that's the problem, isn't it? When people get too close to nature, that can be the problem. So the previous snake lives in the middle of Australia. No one sees it. No problem. But this saw-scaled viper, it lives right next to people. And if people get too close, that is bad. What can we do to survive? Oh, is this another one? Yes, it is. Look at the grammar. We have been using anti-venom serum for 120 years. Anti-venom serum. Okay, anti means no. Venom. We know that that's poison, and serum is sort of like a medicine. We get the snake and we get the venom, and we can use that to help. We can turn it into a medicine that will stop the poison in your body. The problem with that is how close you are to a hospital. Antivenoms stop the poison from binding with our body's cells, so it can't damage them. So if the poison is in your body and then you have the anti-venom serum, the poison can't work. Great. What if you are far away? Okay, there are some things that you can do to try and help. Number 1, take off jewellery to prevent problems with swelling. So take off things like rings and watches, because you don't want your body parts to start swelling. Number 2, keep the area of the bite below the heart. So that means make sure you're sitting up. Number 3, keep the person as still as possible. Why? Well, these things slow down the circulation of the poison. The poison goes into your blood, and the blood will move around your body. But if you can try and make the circulation slower, that's going to help. just stay away from them. That does sound like the best idea. Oh, another one of our special sentences. We have been talking about how bad snakes are for too long. They are a beautiful part of our environment. I think all animals are beautiful and important. Leave them alone. Only about 7% of snake species can hurt us. That's great. So we don't really need to be scared of snakes. Just be careful. Leave them alone. Don't hurt them. Don't annoy them. That sounds a lot better. Okay, well, I enjoyed learning about snakes. And I think the title at the top here is very important. Leave them alone. They are a beautiful, wonderful part of our environment. So, what next? What awful, deadly animal will we look at next? Well, you're going to have to wait and find out. Thank you for joining us again, guys. See you soon. Bye. Thank you for watching our video today. Please don't forget, subscribe, and that will help us to make lots more videos for you. Thank you. Bye.